views and opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting groups. If you'd like to produce a show, call us at 260-421-1250.
Let me be your lighthouse so I can show you the way. Let me be your shining light, I'll keep you from drifting away. I'm the one that makes you try when...
Hello, this is Patty Hunter. Welcome this week. This is Patty's Page TV show. Today we have part 2 of my interviews with Paul New Stewart
Hello.
and CR
Charles Rhen, yes.
Charles Rhen.
Thank you, Patty.
But I'll say CR.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, last week we covered quite a bit about singer and Pierre's and all that entertainment.
The good old days, yes.
Good old days. Where are you from, CR?
Okay, originally from northern Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I was born in 1947, so I'm 72 at present. Come from a family of two older brothers and an older sister. I've lost my brothers.
I'm sorry.
And my sister is still alive, and
That's
well,
good.
she is doing real well.
Mm-hmm.
My dad ended up in construction. He was a bricklayer.
That's
And
good.
of course, after high school and likes looking for work, that was a trade that I thought I would take up. But my oldest brother said, there are other things that you can do in life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to revert back just a bit because of what I'm doing now, the singing,
Mm-hmm.
how my older brother was such an influence on me.
Oh yeah, you sang?
Yes, just around the house.
Was he good?
Good. He was better than I.
I should have hired him.
That's right.
Oh boy.
That's right. Because he used to just prep for going out on dates, and then he'd be singing, and he'd turn around, and there I'd be standing looking at him, open mouth, couldn't believe what I was hearing.
Was he a lot older than you?
8 years, my senior. Yeah. So,
Oh, wow.
okay. The family's doing well. I went into the Air Force, we already covered that, and I ended up in Alaska.
Right.
Returned to the States, settled in Fort Wayne.
Mm.
I had stood in for a fellow's wedding, and that's where I met Suzanne Marie Meinzen, whom I married in '71.
Well, I'll be dogs.
We have 2 boys, one married with 3 children, 2 boys and a girl.
Are you spoiling them?
I'm spoiling the girl as much as I
Definitely.
can. So,
The men have to, they're on their own.
uh-huh. So aside from that, and then the music business came around again and again.
Mm-hmm.
I'd been out to Pierre's. Paul did his thing, and one of these talented singers that was there, Chris Worth.
Oh, I heard about him.
Oh yes,
We were together 12 years. That's where I met Chris. That's where I met you.
right. I would even frequent, like he said prior, I would frequent the spots that they'd play. You know, it was entertainment. That's all there is to it. So with that, and as years go on, and
You did
He
an
was-
album too.
You did
Yes.
an album?
yes, I did.
How many songs?
10,
10.
big
Okay.
band era.
That's
Oh.
Sweetwater, right?
Right.
That's Sweetwater.
Yeah, that Chuck.
Sweetwater out on when it was on Bass Road.
Oh.
I put on the production.
That's when I first met that place.
Yeah.
Bass
So-
Lake Road.
Is it out there?
96. 96. Huh?
Is it out? Is it released?
Yeah, yeah, I have copies, that's about it. I tried to disperse, but
Pitching
it.
it is kind of
That's
hard.
like all my original one, I got about 900,000 in my basement.
yeah, you put them out there, and unless you're a real known, the chances are slight and nil. So you've got to. I didn't have a publicist. It gets tight. Money is everything.
Rod Stewart
I
does,
noticed
that's
that.
why he's 5 years younger than me. He used to be 3.
Oh, great.
Good publicist.
Well,
Yeah.
you know something? I've been writing. I have people sing my songs. I still haven't got any sold. Well, one was sold.
Well, tell me what you did.
Well, huh?
Tell me what you did at the school. You didn't get there.
What's good?
IPFW.
PFW, do tell.
That was because of my experience in the Air Force, heating and air conditioning, essentially.
Hi.
My first stop was St. Francis College. That's where I got my first job. After marriage, I ended up at St. Francis College. The funds weren't enough, and the director there, who was Frank Knight, we sat down in his office, and he told me flat out, he said, we don't have the finances to carry the last man on the pole, which is you.
Oh, that's not
And he
fair.
said, I will put in a word for you wherever you go. I left there, stopped off at St. Joe Hospital downtown, and the door opened, bang, I was right in. And then I got a call, and there was a position open at Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne.
Good.
So I went there, and I talked to Dick Schaff,
I've heard of him.
the director of the physical plant operations at that time. When I walked in and introduced myself and everything, at the end he said, yes, Frank knew you, Frank mentioned your name. Well, that's Frank Knight. And I left, and I got a call in 2 days, and I had the job. And that was because of Frank Knight. So I spent 24 years at Indiana Purdue Fort Wayne.
Did you go to class at all for yourself?
There wasn't.
For yourself?
Don't.
No.
I started out as a maintenance man, heating and air conditioning, worked my way up to foreman, and then they went into forming a new superintendent for operations and maintenance.
Right.
That's where I ended up. I slid right into that.
When you lost your job at St. Francis, it's like these football players who get cut
Right.
before the season starts.
Right. And all of a sudden
I feel bad for
you get with the pros.
Yeah.
Because when I looked at my check from IPFW, it said Purdue.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
And there are very many pluses being associated with Purdue University.
Very much.
Believe me.
I'm with Three Rivers Art Center for Kids. Terry Dorn, who's the founder of TRAC, is called TRAC, short form. We did several in the meeting room. Is it wall?
Yes. Yes.
Anyways, and we did several things, entertainment, ballet, as well as singing, dancing.
So, okay, you sparked something in me when you mentioned that you also write music.
I write music. I write lyrics.
Lyrics.
I don't write music.
Uh-huh.
Lyrics are like music to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how I feel.
At times I might have trouble with lyrics.
I don't.
Yeah.
Don't tell.
Echoing my own or miss.
He sang too much karaoke in his life when the music with the lyrics were right there. When I grew up and played, you didn't have that stuff. You know?
Yeah. Now you have
So,
to do it. You have to
yeah.
memorize.
Yeah.
And even when he's reading, you don't forget it.
I'm not going there.
Not going there. But anyway, aside from that, that's bits and pieces of my life. Again, I have a wonderful wife. I have 2 great kids, 3 grandkids that I love. And at present, I'm loving what I'm doing on Wednesdays and Saturdays with this gentleman right here.
So Wednesdays and Saturdays you're
At-
at the Venice.
At the Venice, yes.
6 to 9 are the
6 to
older
9.
folks.
Where is that, Venice?
On Goshen Road.
Otherwise, if you're on Coliseum and you get on Goshen Road, you go south, the old pass, the overpass where they have the, what's that? The trucking thing is over there somewhere, the big trucks. Anyway, one of this bypass, and as you come out, you'll see it to your left because there's a bowling alley that's been closed for 100 years next to it.
The key lanes.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just south of Coliseum, about a mile and a half. On the left-hand side.
And just down the road from the Venice was the Club O, remember? You
Yeah, I was
played there.
Oh, yeah. The
We play a
only,
lot of clubs here in Fort
the only
Wayne.
thing we
Oh,
need
yes.
there is a roundabout.
And that's coming.
Mayor, we need another roundabout.
That's coming.
Do tell other places, the office, Pierre's, where else?
Hmm?
The office? No, not the
No.
office. The
The
Venice, Pierre's,
Club Olympia, he
Club
played.
Olympia.
When you originally got
Yes,
here.
We played every venue there was in this town, plus all the, we did a couple of years at the Fort Wayne Country Club.
Mm.
Kind of a
Golf club?
Excuse me, you
Hello.
belong here. You got a funny shirt, go home.
Tux and all and tails.
Nice course though, and then they played all the other ones, Cherry Hills, and they're closing a lot of them.
Oh.
Golf is kind of
Me.
losing its power since Tiger Woods isn't winning. I believe that to be true. When he's not on that course,
No
the
one's
ratings
there.
go boom.
I was going to say, you perform at a place and it shuts down. Does that mean anything?
What?
You perform at places and they shut down later. Does that mean anything to you?
Does it bother
A
me?
loss of a spot to play. That's about it. Just move on. Just
Move on.
That's
Just go with
every-
the flow.
That's everything.
Go with the flow.
I don't care anymore. I just love. I've never been to work. I
You've
love what I
always
do.
liked
I
what
go
you
there.
do.
I love people. I love to. Always had that Louis Prima attitude. If I can make them laugh, I've got them. And I do a lot of goofy stuff. We do some weird tunes that nobody would even touch because they're afraid to. It's the way you put it together. It's how you do it. And that's my best thing. I'm a decent singer, a decent piano
Of course,
player,
you're a good
but
singer.
I think my best thing is my humor.
Mhm.
Things I see things that nobody else sees. Kind of like Sam Lydell. He always told me, Paul, you got to see the big picture. And sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. But we're there to entertain people. I never played dance music in my life till I came to Fort Wayne because in those days you were paid to entertain people. They sat down and you better entertain them. So to entertain them, you just can't sing this one song, one guy singing on that. You need variety. You need humor. You need some impressions. You need
Separate segments.
like the Ed Sullivan Show. You need variety.
Would you
And
play
the
it?
kids today don't understand that. They have no idea. You know.
Gotta be one singer and that's it. Put 2 out.
I can play hip hop. I would with Chrissy did some hip hop stuff. I can play that stuff, but I don't like it to play. There's nothing to play on piano. But they can't do. Ask them to do San Francisco, they wouldn't know what the heck you're talking about. Or there's some beautiful standard like Besame Mucho. What's that? The guy one night at the Latch Ring told me, "Who's Neil Diamond?"
Oh my.
I said, "Where the heck
Goodness.
have you been, buddy?" You know.
How old was he? Was he born?
He was in
Beginning
his
of the-
20s. I don't know.
That's rough.
I have been blessed. I've been all over the world basically, and it's and I've always believed. Just like last night, we were in Warren, Indiana with Kenny Taylor. We had a great time, and Mike and I went up to. They have one bar in town, and I said, "How do you go bar hopping? There's no place to go. You stay here." But I go around, take pictures, and I meet people, and you.
It's good to meet people.
I've always believed that when you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do. You don't try to be standoffish. I go up to anybody and say, "How you doing?"
He's a friendly dude, eh?
Huh?
You're a friendly dude.
Yes.
It's important to do that because look at all the friends we've made over at the Venice.
Yeah.
Venice, do tell. When did you start that?
When did I start there? In
Both of you.
2017.
2017.
Yeah. He and
So it's
I.
been 2
May.
years.
I was there about
Yeah.
2 years before that, and working with Kim Neal, and Kim was he got in a bad accident, and he just got paid off. The attorney who rides the bike did a good job for him. In fact, I played for that attorney's daughter's wedding with Chris. What's her name? You're seeing all the time on TV. The other guy rides the trucks and he rides the bike. They're very successful. I'm not knocking them, but Kim came out pretty well, and he got a home down in Florida, and I was across the street from the third biggest lake in Florida, and he's happy, and he's a good guy. He's a very good singer. He was with my original band when we opened Pierre's back in November of 1989.
Wow.
We put the first house band in there, and there were some talented people: Keith Birdwell, Mike Gowdy, Kim Neal, and the girl Tammy was an unbelievable singer. Unbelievable singer, and we played everything, and it was the perfect band to put in there to open because Stan didn't know who was going to come to his club. He didn't know who it was going to be. We just had 15 dancing girls open the evening. They'd come out and dance to the can, and I would do an Elvis do my Jailhouse Rock. All these gals would be dancing around me in jailhouse uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
It was classy. They served food there. I got some pictures. People see that and they almost cry. It's like, is that what that was like back then? I said, yes. Stan was a visionary, and he always told me, I don't own all this stuff. I'm borrowing it. And he said, Paul, remember this. Sometimes the man who has less is better off than the man who has more.
Yeah, you always
If you can live with less, you're better off. And, and he was a rich guy, but he didn't act rich.
Did you ever, were you there when the Whammies were at
The
Pierre's?
Whammy Awards,
Yeah.
I'm the guy who stopped that.
Oh,
Let me tell you why. I knew Doug Briscoe. I was there when Doug Briscoe started that company. It was his brother who started it. Then Doug came in, and Stan helped him monetarily to get that start. I was there when it happened. And I told Doug, these Whammy Awards were a joke. I said, how can you go out? This band's been working 50 weeks a year. This band has 2 nights, and because they have people who write in their name, it's like Teen Town. Oh, they win the award. I said, why don't you send out professionals like Doc West and your DJs and have them decide who's the best blues band, who's the best. And a year after I told him that, he stopped doing it. And then Chuck Serac bought the newspaper. And speaking of Whammy Awards, I've been saying this every damn time, excuse my French, but I want to win the Stan Liddell What's Up Award. I think they still have that, but Chuck Serac owns the paper. And I'm not saying to push other people away. I knew Stan very well. We were very, very close.
yeah.
He wanted to put me in his will, and I told him, I don't want to be in your will. You've done enough for me in this town, and he did. And he wound up giving the will, that part, to my roommate, to John Sullivan. And he had it a couple weeks before he passed away. And I just, I don't know, it was a great time in my life. Fort Wayne has been great to me, it's been good to you too.
Yes.
And I've met some great people here, and it's, I always wanted to move back to Catalina, California, but I'm going to go there on vacation, but I have so many friends here now, it's hard to just get up and say, oh, goodbye.
Adios, mi amigo, eh?
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
tough,
hard.
Tough to move.
I've been here 30 years, I can't believe that. I'm 79, I've been here almost over half my life. Almost.
We've been here, Bob and I, for about 24 years. Not here, United States.
It's a good town.
Here in Fort Wayne, 11 years.
It's been good to me. I played every venue that's here with Chris or with Charles or with Ryan Freshour, the little guy. he's got the high voice. He can do Journey and all that stuff really well, and he's a great singer. And he plays keyboards too. Then we had a part where we did dueling keyboard. They called it the Dueling Keyboard Boys, and that was given to us by Mitch. Hey Mitch, give me a call. He was my best buddy. Then he dissed me, but he's the one who gave us the name, the Dueling Keyboard Boys. And I said, I love that last part, boys. I think I was 76 when he said that.
Dang. I have a question.
Huh?
Yes.
We're going on towards the end of the show. And I would like to know, what would you like to say to my audience? To encourage them or to...
Oh, wow. First of all, you got a sweet lady here. You're lucky to have her in town. I'll say that. Right, Charles?
Indeed, indeed.
And I just say that, musically speaking, are you talking, or life in general?
Well, two Songbirds. What do you see the future in that?
Oh, I love Songbirds, and I just love, that's why we took the name. And plus, Crooners, as the name's kind of a singing thing, that's how we put it all together. And if you're going to be a musician or something, learn your trade, you know. Forget about these one-hit wonders who win the contest for $1 million, because it ain't easy. You go out there, you better be doing more than just singing, Buster.
Mm-hmm.
It's business, really.
Huh?
It's business in a way.
And what I don't like about it, I don't trust the people who run that. Some of these kids, you don't hear about them anymore. Who's making the money off of these kids? Somebody's making money or they wouldn't be doing it.
That's right.
And I feel sorry for them. A couple of them have gone through and done very well, but compared to
People
how
trying
many
to
winners they've
break
had,
Yeah.
you can only name them on one hand.
And you?
And from my perspective, if you get into performing, I can say it with vocalizing, singing, do something that will grab somebody, hit a memory. And all you need them for is 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 3 minutes, and I hope I can strike a nerve.
That's his favorite saying, and it's true. It's
And
true.
this gentleman, it goes on for 90.
He's my friend. My buddy.
Yes, he is. My friend.
Hey,
Three Musketeers, eh?
what's that song from Africa? Kumbaya.
Kumbaya.
So, this is Patty Hunter. Thank you, Paul,
you're welcome.
Liz,
Thank you, Bob,
Stewart,
too.
and Charles Rhen.
Her hubby does all the work back there with the camera. He's-
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
We'll see you next week. Thank you. God bless.
Sometimes I think that I'm on the right, but I keep coming back to the same place, the same place where I saw it. Sometimes you think there's a smile on my face, but it can't take the place of a free heart, a me heart that I've read of. I can hear memories singing through night and through day. But what good are memories? They just seem to get in the way. They get in the way. When it's November, I'll think of July, where the sunshine will fly through a warm sky. A warm sky where I'll wander. When it's November, I'll think of July, where the a warm sky, warm sky, where I
Godspeed, my love, until we meet again. You're always in my heart and every dream. Don't let this time apart give in to all our fears. God will keep us close from up above. So until we meet again, Godspeed, my love. God is with us always and for the rest of all our lives.